It's an exciting time for the channel because in 785 videos, this is the first time that I have reviewed a beer which is a triple IPA. This is a brand new release from Polly's. 10% ABV, but what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going to Polly's. Now, we've had plenty of beers from Polly's that are on the channel. I've drank loads of Polly's beers. If you look up there, you can see just a selection of the beers I've had in probably the last 12 months from Polly's. So I know a bit about Polly's, but what I haven't had from them is a triple IPA. And in fact, I haven't had a triple IPA from any brewery. 10% ABV, that's what this beer is, and it's called Old and New, but it's made with some great hops. We've got Citra, Galaxy and Nelson Sauvin. It's in conjunction with Brouwerij Kies, which is I think a brewery from Holland, Dutch brewery, and it's in this quite striking black can, a bit different from their normal stuff with like an actual photography and stuff on it. And I thought, well, if I'm going to drink a triple IPA, let's make it from my favourite brewery. I don't know what to expect. 10% seems an awful lot of alcohol in a beer. But let's crack it open, get it in a glass, and see if it's any good. Triple IPAs. I bought this one a few weeks ago from Prost Bottle Shop, and I thought, yeah, I've got to try this one because I've always been wanting to try a triple IPA, but you know, you want to make sure that you're going to buy and drink one from a brewery that you trust to make good beer. And Polly's obviously are that brewery. But look at this, beer in a glass. You can see how thick it is. Nothing is getting through that. That's thicker than custard. It's like custard and porridge mixed together. It's a very sort of golden. That's what it is. It's golden coloured. I'm quite surprised, especially in these glasses. But we've got nearly 2 fingers. Just off white, but pretty compacted head. Looks absolutely beautiful. Let's see what it smells like. Well, it's not as pungent as I probably would expect something that's 10%. But there's that real sort of tropical, the Nelson Sauvin is coming through, the big dank sweatiness of a Galaxy hop. Yeah, I can get the gooseberry and the white grape, but I'm also getting just a bit of tropicalness. It's not overly pungent, but when you actually really sort of inhale the aroma, it really gets your taste buds going. So let's tuck in, shall we? Cheers, everyone. Well, there's no doubting that this has got quite a lot of alcohol in it. Because as soon as you drink it, you get a lot of that alcohol sort of burn. Definitely a warmth that goes through. Mouthfeel, though, it's probably one of the thickest IPAs I've had. It's almost like a sort of smoothie in terms of thickness. Medium to heavy thickness, I would say. Or medium body, medium to heavy body. Oh, God. What am I going to say? 875 videos. I'm still not even sure I know what I'm doing here. Flavours wise, yeah, well, there's a lot of dankness. That Galaxy hop is really sort of front and centre here, whereas the sort of Citra and the Nelson are sort of on the outskirts, really. You're getting overripened pineapple, mango, passion fruit, papaya, all that sort of stuff. And as that sort of flavour develops, and there is a lot of warmth and a lot of hoppiness, you're getting a little subtleness, is that slightly savoury note that you sometimes get with the New Zealand hops like Nelson Sauvin. You're getting a little bit of kiwi fruit and melon and gooseberry and white grape that's sort of on the outskirts. But for me, the Galaxy is the real dominant hop flavour that you're getting from this, because you're getting that real sweaty, overripened, dank flavour of all the sort of pulp and skin, all the stuff, you know. If you just take a whole load of fruit, don't even take the skin off, just fry it all in, you're getting all of that sort of stuff in this. it's not. I mean, as I say, the 10%, you do feel that you do feel that it's alcoholic. You're getting that burn. It's not. It's not treacly alcoholic though. It's just a little bit of warmth. It's almost like, you know, if you're drinking like a spirit, that you get that little bit of hit of warmth before you get the flavour. And you are getting that with this. There's lots of flavour in here. It glides down. It's something that should be sipped and savoured. But for me, a 10% beer, it doesn't do it for me. Maybe it's because of my first one. But I used to think a little bit like that with double IPAs, 8%, oh, that's too much. But now I find that I'm so used to double IPAs at 8% that they're not much different than a 6% IPA in terms of, I don't feel that they're stronger, for example. I just feel that it's a sweet spot in flavour, really. And I think that's the key. IPAs, you know, bring plenty of flavour and refreshment, really. And sometimes they can hit off well, but sometimes they can be a little bit on the light side. Double IPAs, on the other hand, really, they just about hit the sweet spot, so they get the flavour, the body. I mean, everything's just right, but they don't go to that point. Sometimes you can get something that's a little bit overly hoppy, and you get a little hop burn. But I never really think that you get alcohol burn. But with this, you are definitely getting that warmth. The warmth is in there. You can feel it already. I drank half the can already, but I'm already starting to feel the alcohol as it affects me. But the flavour is just, it's got a really complex tropical flavour. And I think it's as well the mouthfeel and the body of the beer really sort of really accentuates that flavour even more. And it just sort of coats the mouth, it coats the tongue, your whole mouth, and the warmth is all down, goes right down there, and then you get the flavour coming out. There's lots going on with this beer. But for me, it's all about the Galaxy. I thought it would be a bit more Nelson Sauvin heavy, and I thought, yeah, again, triple IPAs, Nelson Sauvin, one of my favourite hops. I think, you know, if that's up front, it's going to be a good one. But Galaxy is taking the lead. But it's difficult to say. Well, if it was a little bit sort of more citrusy and a little bit more zesty and brighter. But I don't think you're going to get that with a triple IPA. It doesn't work like that, really. The lighter, more refreshing are going to be the lower ABV stuff. And this is more a drink about savouring and taking those flavours on, and realising that, you know, you don't want to be drinking more than one of these, really. It is a strong beer, and you know it's a strong beer, but it's still a good one. And I think, you know, it's a good introduction for me, drinking a triple IPA from Polly's with these hops in it. Yeah, it's still a very good beer. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for old and new. A triple, not single, not double, but triple IPA from Polly Brew Co. And it's 10% ABV. We've got Citra, we've got Nelson, we've got Galaxy. And it's a quality beer. You know, there's no doubt this is a quality beer. You can taste the complexity. You can taste the amount of hops that have gone into this beer. But at the end of the day, it's 10%. It's strong. It's strong in flavour, but it's also strong in alcohol. You can definitely, it's not disguised, the alcohol. I mean, I've had sort of 10% around that sort of mark, you know, sour beers, and you can still not really taste the alcohol, but you can definitely taste that this is a strong beer. But let's get the scores, starting with aroma, appearance, flavour, value for money. Now, considering this is a triple IPA, this was still under, I think it was £6.90. So I still think that's not bad for a triple IPA. And finally, my overall experience. Tighten the scores up, and I almost feel a little bit guilty of it, a little bit sort of embarrassed, I suppose, about that. But the total score, it's just in the high 70s. It's not quite a highly recommended, but considering this is my first triple IPA, it's difficult. I can't compare it with anything else triple IPA wise. But I think what it comes down to is that would I choose to drink a beer like this, or would I rather drink a double IPA where I'm going to get a little bit more enjoyment? I'm not going to get the flavour and the intensity of this beer. Intensity is a good word to describe the experience you get with this beer. I'm not going to get that intensity with the beer, but I'm going to feel that I can drink it and still be able to talk properly, because I'm starting to get to the point now where it's almost like one of these can get me a little bit on the way. But it's a good experience, and I probably will drink another triple IPA before the next 875 videos that I do. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. Triple IPAs, you don't see many of them, let's face it. It's not like as if they're released every other week, is it? So, but let me know what you think about triple IPAs. I know there's a lot of guys out there that double IPAs is what they like to drink. That's, it hits the sweet spot between flavour, body, intensity, and probably to some extent price as well, and availability. There's lots of double IPAs out there. I mean, I'd almost say there's as many double IPAs released every week than there is single IPAs. It just feels like there's a lot of that sort of stuff. Certainly from some of the top breweries, there'll always be a double IPA released from them every week, whether it be Track or Polly's, and Polly's maybe not so much, but Track and Sure Shot and Azvex, they're releasing double IPAs in every sort of new release of beers. But triples, you don't see them. I can't even think of an Azvex have done a triple IPA. I mean, I know that Verdant did a triple version of their putty, but again, looking at some reviews of that, wasn't quite as good as the double. So let me know what you think. Do you drink lots of triple IPAs? Let me know in the comments. And if you've had a triple IPA, is it up there with your best beer you've ever drank? Has that extra sort of intensity of flavour and everything else just sort of blown your mind, and you thought, yeah, this is a special beer. This is a Christmassy sort of beer, really. Let me know in the comments. Hope you've enjoyed this video. As I say, I can't believe I've done so many videos. Even just looking at how many videos I've done, 875 is a lot of videos. And this is my first triple IPA. So join me in celebrating my first triple IPA with Polly Brew Co, my favourite brewery. I still probably don't drink enough and buy enough of their stuff because there's so many other great beers to drink. But let me know in the comments what you think of triple IPAs, and please like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. It really helps the channel. I've lost a lot of subscribers recently. I don't know. I have a feeling it's because some people don't like my Pearl Jam ranking video, because my Pearl Jam ranking video, I did it probably 18 months, 2 years ago, and it's still up there. If I look at my stats, what my highest views are in the last 30 days, that video is still in there. It's incredible. So I don't know if it's those people that have gone, or whether I've just done some really crap videos recently. But let me know if you think I'm doing crap videos. Let me know in the comments. And until the next one, well, you know what you do. Drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.